Welcome back to Fight Night on talkSPORT. I'm Gareth Davis-Spencer, Oliver alongside me as always. Jeamie TKV.
TKV.
Can you do it, Spencer?
Listen, I can do it, yeah. Jeamie TKV.
There you go. Jeamie TKV did warm me.
TKV, yeah.
Jeamie TKV is with us, the young heavyweight who's been in the news in recent times because of the controversy over his fight with David Adelaide. It's great to see you. We were just talking about the heat.
Yeah.
You like the heat, but it's too hot for you at the moment.
It's a bit too humid today. I don't know, man. I think the building's covering us. It don't give us enough air to breathe. You know, it's a bit hot today.
We need a little bit of water, mate. A little bit of sea. That's what it is.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Let's dive straight into it. You're 8-2-0 with 5 wins by knockout. You're trained by Barry Smith and Ben Davison in the brilliant BD Performance Centre in Harlow. Obviously, Fabio Wardley's there, Moses Itauma is there, Anthony Joshua is there. We're going to get into that in a little bit on whether you all come in and out on different shifts or not, because sometimes, I mean, I know Ben and Barry very well, obviously, but I just sometimes get a picture of like this heavyweight sweatshop where you all turn up at the same time and you're all knocking 6 bells out of each other. Yeah. But we'll get into that. Talk to us first of all about this clip that you got, this punch that you got from David Adelaide, and how you felt afterwards, because you're not a man given to remonstrations, you're a very mellow dude, obviously you're a big man and a fighter, but you didn't remonstrate heavily at the time. You accepted what happened when he hit you in the clinch, and the referee pulled your hand down at the time, and it was seen as very controversial. Talk us through your feelings about it.
I mean, of course, I know it was unfair, but what happened. You know, sometimes you can't change that circumstance. The only thing we could have done is what we did after, you know, just fight our case, and which did work out eventually to the point that a decent point. Obviously not 100% how we wanted it, but once that referee stops the fight, there's so much you can do. So all that
there's not much you can do.
There's not much you can do. So I mean, there's no point of just screaming and shouting. Of course you can show that, but I just took it how it was, and we dealt with it after.
I wasn't there live. I was watching it from South Carolina at the time. I was working on a bare knuckle event. I was watching it in a bar on the beach. I'm not trying to say that there's anything wrong with it, but for me, I wasn't there live, and the reason I'm saying I wasn't there live is there seemed to be a weird rhythm about the fight between the two of you that night.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? We've sparred a lot of rounds.
Is it because of that?
No, it's like we've sparred a lot of rounds, and our rounds have always been great. But I don't know if because of the emotions that happened, that the emotions between us beforehand, and just the emotions of how big the fight was, the occasion. I guess it got to not necessarily got to the both of us, but I guess we both could have been just a touch better.
Because you were winning the fight.
Yeah, of course.
That's the point. I think it was 5th round, wasn't it? But you were winning the fight.
I think it's fair to say, like, when you go in there and you know your opponent, and sometimes the styles on the night, because of the pressure of both of you, and you're going in there, and what was on the line, the styles just didn't gel, and it was turning into a really ugly fight, and there was shots being hit after the break here, there, and everywhere, and it was a very difficult fight to control. And you looked at that there, and you go, the momentum was starting to go with you. David was starting to fall a little bit short, and he was struggling to adapt to the situation. And what happened. And I respect you in many ways for not really making too much of a scene out of it, because the shot clearly, like the referee pulled your hand down, you looked the other way, and you got chin there because of that reason. But I respect what you done there and the way you handled it, because of the way the fight was right from the opening bell. It was a dogfight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was a dogfight. He was trying to get his shots off. I was trying to get my shots off, but I was trying to do what I worked on, which I knew, and eventually was starting to come. Like, it started to happen by round 4 or 5, and I knew it was only going to turn that way from then on. I knew it was going to be all TKV from then on onwards. But obviously, what happened. Yeah,
you didn't need to remonstrate, because Barry Smith remonstrated for you on the night, because Barry went and grabbed everyone and gave a load of very good interviews at the time and jumped to your defence. I thought he was fantastic on the night. He didn't attack David Adelaide too strongly either. What he said was, that's unfair, what's happened there. We got a little clip here from Dave Allen talking this week, by the way. We want you to watch this. Have a little look.
I spoke to Ed earlier. TKV for the British is an option. There's a massive fight on the table right now, bigger than big.
Tell me.
No, I can't.
You can't?
You won't believe how big it is. Think of a big fight, yeah, it's bigger than that.
It's bigger than Wilder?
Yeah.
Really?
I've not seen Dave this excited in a very, very long time.
Bigger than that.
Give me a clue.
No, but it's bigger than that.
Please.
For all the marbles. Big fight for big. Yeah, bigger than Wilder, yeah.
Are there any talks with Wilder at the moment?
No, I've not spoken to him since 2013.
Not you.
No. I don't know.
So we're no advance or anything like that? Have they been approached?
Well, at the minute, the number fight is possibility. It's bigger than Wilder, so we'll have to see.
Where can we see that happening?
September time.
Where?
Not sure. England.
Just England.
England.
Will we see you be fighting in Sheffield anytime soon?
Well, I might fight TKV there. Yeah, that's a big possibility. But there's loads of possibilities. They're all possibilities.
There's a few things to unravel there before I ask you a question. Obviously, initially you were going to rematch David Adelaide for the British title.
Yeah.
Dave Allen's come out with that now. Tell us what you know from your side about a fight with Dave Allen. Also, how you feel about the fact that David Adelaide has moved on and he's now on that August 16th card against Filip Hrgović.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I was disappointed when I saw that because I had my heart set on making it right.
Yeah.
And
wanted the rematch.
Yeah, I 100% wanted the rematch. I was prepared for it. I was preparing quietly, and I wasn't saying too much. I knew what I was gonna turn up, and so obviously seeing that, I was disappointed. That I was a bit pissed about it. But the one thing that did piss me off,
that's fine. They've got a bleep button. It's fine.
So the thing that upset me was the fact that he was saying that he signed a contract, and he was waiting. He was planning on fighting me, but the whole time he wasn't planning on fighting me at all. He was avoiding the fight altogether. Like, if he really believed in himself, he would have took that rematch and got things right. Because right now he's not looking like a real British champion.
I spoke to Adam Booth, actually, his trainer, and Adam Booth actually said this week that it was on and it was definitely happening, but this is a business and the opportunities come up to fight Filip Hrgović, and he said that's why he's taken that, and he still believes that fight with you two will happen at some point.
Yeah.
But obviously they had to go for that opportunity, and there will be other opportunities for you because you come out with a lot of merit from there. I think if anything, your stock rose in a loss because of the controversial ending the way that it was, but you surprised a lot of people in the way that you fought there.
But as you say, you've gone away quietly, and in your mind, you were preparing for Adelaide too.
Preparing for Adelaide, exactly. But obviously, yes, opportunities. It does make sense. Like, I mean, many people do what he done in his position, but the fact that what's happened in our fight and how everyone's talking about it, I would have want to put that to bed first. That would have been my main priority. So what it looks like is that he was scared of me just losing, scared of losing. I mean, in a way, if he loses to Hrgović, people can give him some grace. They'll say, you know what, he moved up a bit too quickly. He's okay. He still has space there. So for me, it's a win-win. I'll be honest with you, it's a kind of a win-win situation for Adelaide. I mean, he's making that money, and I guess people give him some grace a little bit if he takes it. But I give him a chance in that fight.
So just to clarify then, with the Dave Allen comments there as well, does that mean with Adelaide going to fight Hrgović on August the 16th in Riyadh on the undercard of Moses Itauma and Dillian Whyte, that British title will fall vacant?
It should be, because
so you and Dave Allen for the British, was that a fight you'd like?
I would love to.
Would you like that?
Look, it doesn't matter who it is. As long as I'm fighting for the British heavyweight title, I'm here for it.
Is that a good fight though?
Yeah, I really like Dave Allen. I like his style.
No, but do you dislike him enough to knock
dislike
him
him. But listen, I have no problem with Dave Allen. We're both just fighters, just trying to create legacy.
We're here with Jeamie TKV. Chikiva. I'm going to get this by the end of the half an hour. Because I've always called you Jeamie TKV.
Yeah, I know.
I've never practiced saying it.
That's what everyone calls him. Just stick with that. It's
because no one ever gets it right. We are here with this great character in the studio listening to Fight Night on talkSPORT. He's not going anywhere. Neither is he, and neither am I. We'll see you in a minute. I'm Gareth Davis. You're listening or watching Fight Night on talkSPORT. Spencer the Omen Oliver is in with me. So is Jeamie TKV.
Oh,
there you go.
You might as well just keep it.
I don't want to call you a prospect because you're a young, brilliant heavyweight who trains in the Ben Davison Performance Centre with the brilliant Barry Smith, who we all love. Barry, one of the great characters of boxing. He could knock a few heavyweights around a little bit.
He was good in his day.
He was very good in his day. And he's a big boy now. He's about 20 stone now.
Yeah.
I thought he was ready to go, mate.
He
after that
punch, man.
He did look ready to go after David Adelaide threw that punch after the referee had called a halt to the action. Look, you go to that place in Harlow. It's a brilliant performance centre with Fabio Wardley training there, Moses Itauma training there, Anthony Joshua training there. Just explain how you all come in. Are you all in there together sometimes? Do you come on deliberately in different shifts? How does it work?
So obviously, when we see each other, we kind of like lock eyes and we screw each other. We don't talk to each other. No, I'm joking. Had you there, innit? But no, we're cool. We spend a lot of time together. We bust jokes. We spar if we need to. We do a lot. We do bag circuits, do drills together. So it's just good to have people like Fabio and Moses and AJ in the gym because you feed off each other and you see them doing well. Just learning off what everyone does too, because everyone's in camps at the same time. So what he does in camp, okay, I might do that for my camp.
AJ, good for you advice-wise?
Yeah, of course,
good guy
man.
in that
Big
way?
bro.
Big bro.
100%. Obviously, I try to get as much advice from AJ as I can because he's done it all, man.
Success breeds success.
Yeah.
And when you're in a gym like that and you're all learning and feeding off each other, and it's competition as well because boxers have got egos, right? And you want to be the number one. Yeah. Doesn't matter if you're Jeamie TKV or Anthony Joshua, the poster boy of British boxing. Yeah. You want his spot, like, you know what I mean? You're all mates and you're all learning, but that strives, that pushes you that little extra mile, you know?
You know, it's funny you say that because I don't have that feeling towards none of them. I want everyone to do well in their
but
spot.
you want to be the number one. That's what I'm saying, out of a successful gym.
It feels like that, but at the same time, no, you know, I just want everyone else to do well together. Like, it's just a weird feeling, like, not a weird feeling, but like, if Fabio's fighting, I'll promote his fight. You get what I'm saying? If Moses fight, I'll promote his fight, and I'll support them. You know what I'm saying?
Does it make it... This is a really important question, because if you're in that gym for years, and Moses is in there for years, and Fabio's in there for years, and AJ, the four of you are all obviously at different stages, aren't you?
Yeah.
And Moses is being talked about. We'll ask about him in a minute, but the problem for me is if you become like family with those three other guys... When your opportunity comes, you might have to fight them as well. Are you okay with that?
Do you know what? You just never know with boxing. Just put it that way. But look, just like you said, at the moment we're family, you know. So, but I've known Moses from when he was 11, 12.
Right.
So, and I know that for me, I look at him like younger big bro.
Maybe that's the perfect moment then to ask that question about Chikeva.
Yeah.
Chikeva?
Yeah, yes.
Chikeva.
You're getting closer.
He's got Slovakian and Nigerian, hasn't he?
Yeah.
What have you got then? What's Chikeva?
Oh, so it's a Congolese surname.
A Congolese surname.
Previously called Zaire, where Muhammad Ali and George Foreman fought.
Indeed.
So
Kinshasa.
Kinshasa, that's it. It's a Congolese surname.
Oh, okay.
Can I answer the question? I'm going to answer the question for Jeamie here.
Yeah.
When you're talking about, you know, being that family and when it's business and you come down there and everything else. Let me tell you about fighters. I used to spar my brother all the time, right? And when the bell rings, it's not your brother anymore. It's just like you because we're so conditioned, so regimental, like we're robotic in so many ways that you put that aside for one moment. You get in there and do the thing. You're cuddling and, you know, you're hugging and you'll have a pint at the bar together afterwards or whatever it is. But business is business and boxing is boxing. And when the bell rings, it doesn't matter who the person is in front of you.
Yeah, but Fabio Wardley always says he couldn't fight Whyte because he's done so much for him.
Of course.
Derek Chisora said he could never fight Anthony Joshua because they're so close. Is there anyone like Moses, and I want to ask you about AJ in a minute, but is there anyone like Moses? Would you find it too difficult to fight Moses?
Yeah, 100%. Even the same goes with Fabio and AJ.
Do you bash him up in sparring though?
No, I don't bash up. There's no bashing up no one.
All right, let me
trying to get a headline.
Let me rephrase this. Let me rephrase this. If there was 10 million quid on the table for you to fight AJ, would you
or
fight
Moses? Or
10 million.
Moses.
I'm like, yo, AJ.
No, but what I'm saying is...
AJ, let's run that one. Let's get that chick. Let's get that...
That's what I'm saying about the business side of things as well. What I'm saying is, Derek Chisora says he'd never fight Anthony Joshua because they've grown up together and they're in the gym. If there was 10 million quid on the table, we'd fight him because that's the business. Anthony would want him to earn that money, and they just put it on. They put it on the line for the fans, and they come out and they're still mates after.
It's fascinating.
That's very true.
Who would you like to see AJ fight next?
Tyson Fury, man. I mean, the only reason why I say that quickly is because we always spoke about Deontay Wilder, AJ, but AJ's actually never boxed Deontay Wilder or Fury, so we need those fights.
What about Wilder? If Wilder wins next weekend, would you like to see AJ in with Wilder?
I feel like, Fury and Wilder are the only two left from his era.
I think we both completely agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But I still think Wilder and Joshua is a big fight.
Yeah. I don't want to see AJ in with anyone else apart from Fury and Wilder because I think that's where the legacy is cemented, and we don't want to see him fighting anybody else at this stage of his career. And the same for Wilder and the same for Tyson Fury as well. I think now they need to get it on.
We haven't got you all night. We need to ask you some more questions. Who wins? How does that fight go with Moses Itauma and Dillian Whyte on August the 16th in Riyadh? Come on, be honest.
Come on, man. Putting me on the spot, but
he was joking.
Yeah, of course, but I know. Yeah.
What's your feeling about the fight?
I think just the young gun, man. Look, he's on a roll. Look, Dillian Whyte in his day was good. Not saying that he's not good, but Dillian Whyte was Dillian Whyte. You know what I'm saying? But
is Dillian still capable of causing an upset? What people would see as an upset against Moses?
I mean, look, Moses is super sharp, man. I don't see an upset coming, I'll be real with you. He's super sharp.
Dillian Whyte's got the punch power to end it with any one heavyweight, but
especially that left hook.
His timing, mate.
I know. Listen, I agree with you. I think Dillian's going to earn very well. We've talked about it earlier. He earns very well. If he wins, he's got the carrot of the WBO #1 ranking because Moses is #1 with the WBO, and he's going to pick up a couple of million. But I just think the kid's too good, too fast, too strong, too agile, too southpaw, and I don't think it goes 5 rounds.
But then again, he would have never taken it if he doesn't believe that he can beat Moses.
There you go.
So he believes in himself, but I believe in Moses. I know what Moses can do. So
David Adelaide on that card versus Filip Hrgović. How does that go, Jamie?
Do you know what? I still give Adelaide a chance. Because Adelaide's still got some speed and athletic ability for him to do something. Look, we're fighting. Anything can happen. So I still give him a chance. It's not a complete write-off how people are saying it.
We've got to say goodbye to you now, but
unfortunately,
I know it's gone so quickly because I've been for an hour. You've got to come back.
I'll come back.
We loved you on Fight Nights, and I want to know the whole background of how you got into boxing.
It's a funny story.
Oh, I bet it is.
Yeah.
Could you tell us quickly or not?
Well, so I come from a freestyle wrestling background, and one time my dad was doing like a youth program, and there was boxing. So my friend said, "Why don't you try out boxing?" Did a little session. He said, "Oh, you got some athletic ability. Why don't you give it a go?" He said, "You can make millions." I said, "What? Millions?" I'm like, it's still trying to make that million.
Yeah, but you will make those millions. I will, in God's grace, brother. To see you. Jamie TKV Chikiva.
Chikiva.
I got it, Chikiva. I got it in the end. Got it in the end.
It's still a little bit out there, but we want TKV to get his opportunity, man, because this guy deserves it. This guy deserves it. Come on, give Jamie TKV that opportunity.
Jamie TKV, thank you very much for joining us tonight. You're listening to Fight Night on talkSPORT.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.